Whether the current month has been a complete write-off, or if there was a lot of progress to be proud of, a new month can feel like a fresh start. Monthly migration can help us make sure that that start is on the right foot. So what is monthly bullet journal migration and how do we do it? Prior to doing monthly migration, it is recommended that you've already reflected on the past month and set up your new monthly log, mainly because of the purpose of migration. So migration is effectively moving open entries in our journal by 1. Reviewing those open entries to make sure that they're actually worth our time and energy, and 2. Transferring those worthwhile open entries to other places. So having your next monthly set up so that there's a place for those entries to actually go is a good idea. Doing prior reflection about the month that was will also help the migration process, in that the first part of it is all about reviewing those open tasks and making sure that they align with where you want to go in life. That's the what. Now for the how. Let's have a look at a straightforward monthly migration routine. Here we have an example monthly setup, and you can see that throughout the pages, we still have entries that have been left unaddressed. They either haven't been started or they haven't been finished. Much like when we review these entries in other forms of migration, we want to ask ourselves some questions to see if we actually should transfer these somewhere else. This is what we call the migration filter. So for each open task, we're asking 1, is this vital? 2, does this matter? And 3, are there any consequences for not doing the task? If the answer to all of those is no, then the entry can be scrapped. It was just a distraction and it doesn't serve us. Those are the entries that are going to get left behind. We can fully cross them off if we want to, but typically I just put a horizontal line through the bullet for the entry. Really, we just need some way to denote that the entry has been addressed, and in this case, we're not going to be keeping it. For any entry that has answered yes to one of our migration questions though, that is going to be something we transfer. If you're already doing a daily or weekly migration process, adding another layer of questioning for your tasks can feel like a bit of a chore. The idea here though is that the more we question them, the more we're able to weed out those distractions, especially the persistent ones that seem important but really aren't. Just because it's gotten through the migration filter previously doesn't mean it's going to get through this time. We really just want to be sure that our tasks actually fit with our current life circumstances. An example of this is a task on my future me problems list, this one being transferring videos to my external hard drive. At one point, this was something that mattered to me and something that I wanted to do. But in this season of my life, it isn't vital, it doesn't really matter so much, and there aren't any real consequences for not doing it, so we can scrap it. If it becomes important again, I can always re-add it to my list if I want to. Another reason for monthly migration is that it gives us an opportunity to refine our tasks by giving them some more context, or by rewording them. For instance, this task I had here, at current I know what it means, but it might not serve me so well when I actually come to action the task. I can either reword it, or I can add some additional notes nested under that task to help out future me. Monthly bullet journal migration is also an opportunity to note if we have anything that's been migrated a few times now. If you have a task that keeps getting pushed forward, reflecting on why that is can help us actually get it done. Maybe the task is too big and we need to break it down, or maybe there's something else that needs to be done before that task, and we should focus our time and energy on that one. To help you notice those perpetually migrated tasks, you can use a signifier beside the task bullet to help you draw your attention to it. Once we've reviewed our entries, it's time to transfer what's left. Transferring involves rewriting things in new places, and we're doing 2 different types of transfer here. Transfer out of our current monthly log, and transfer in to our next monthly log. Starting with closing out the last month, or the outgoing transfer, this is where we're taking all of those entries that made it through the migration filter and moving those into new places. We have 3 main options when it comes to transferring those. We can move entries related to next month into our new monthly log. Our future log can take any date-specific entries that are happening after next month, and other entries may be better suited for other collections. With regards to entries that are going into other collections, the monthly migration process can be a good opportunity to set those collections up. These will hold like information that you've collected throughout the month. So for instance, all of these tasks, which are all related to the same project. Technically speaking, you can set up a new collection at any time. It doesn't have to be part of monthly migration, but monthly migration gets us going through all of the entries from the past month. So it's a good opportunity to actually notice like information. Just like all of our other types of migration, remember only to migrate the necessary stuff to those collections, rather than everything. We want those collections to be relevant from the get-go. Ryder encourages us to use monthly migration as a time for collection review as well as task review. We talk more about that in our video on custom collection migration. Once we've transferred all of the open entries out of the current month though, it's then time to think about what else needs to move into our next monthly log. Again, we have 3 options here. So there are the entries that we brought forward from our previous monthly log. We can also transfer entries from our future logs into the timeline aspect of our monthly log, and other month relevant entries might come out of other collections. An example of this could be moving action steps from a goal planning collection into the new monthly log. These would be the specific tasks that you want to work on during that month, because again, we only want to transfer things that are relevant for where we're moving them to. Month after month, we get better and faster at this process, but after a few months, it might be time to get into a new journal. This is where new bullet journal migration can help, and it's a great opportunity to take stock and make sure we're moving forward with intention, but the process can be a little bit daunting. So click or tap on this video for a step-by-step guide, and I will see you over there.